Hi everyone, my name is Promise Sodera Onu, and I've been finding it difficult to make videos recently because I'm beginning to think that most of these actions that we take are just, futile efforts into helping the country because no matter what you try, when you look at the body language of these politicians and this administration, it just weakens you. It makes you to feel like you're wasting your time. I've been following Peter Aka's 30 days uh, ultimatum that he gave to the National Assembly to sign the electoral reform. His 30 days has come and gone, and nothing has happened. And that is how Nigeria frustrates every voice that tries to speak up for the good of the people. I've been asking myself, what is really the motive of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu? Is he really keen on fixing Nigeria? Or is he just there to complete his tenure as president and go and accumulate as much wealth as possible? First of all, I want to applaud him for the tax reform which has been signed. But at the back of my head, I'm thinking maybe this is not really for the interest of the common man. Because this has happened in Lagos before. Of course, we all know about the Alpha Beta case. Now, if really and truly the tax reform bill, of course, on surface level, you would think it is there to sort of curb corruption in ministries, in parastatals, in agencies of government, so that they will stop collecting money and focus on the job they are there to do. But in hindsight as well, looking at the corruption that is in the National Assembly, especially as it pertains to our national budgets, I'm thinking, no. If this president can sign this budget into law, we are talking about the current budget of 2025 is 54.99 trillion naira. I think the best person that have managed to explain what a billion is, what a trillion is Sheun Kuti. He tries to explain it, how many hundreds you get in 1,000, how many thousand you get in a million, how many millions you get in a billion, and how many billion you get in a trillion, not to talk of 54 trillion. I'm sure everybody has seen the videos of how 1,400 and something street lights have been budgeted for so many amounts of billions. So one street light cost about 200 million. I'm talking about street lights that an ordinary person can put in front of his house or whatever, right? We know the cost of those items. And somebody is earmarking 200 million for it. And these things come to you see, one of the biggest problems with Nigeria is that there is no consequence. Even when things come to the light, when people know about things, when the public know about things, there is no action. Nobody cares. It's like if, so what? Just go out here. I mean, but immediately you start to go and protest, or you will see police in action. Suddenly you know there is a country. But when crimes and corruption by these same government officials come to light, nothing happens. There's no redemption for Nigeria. There's no redemption for Nigeria. In fact, I don't see like Nigeria as a country. I see Nigeria as a criminal organization. And that's why countries like the UK, former Prime Minister called Nigeria a fantastically corrupt country. Nigeria is steadily going up in the ranks in one of the most corrupt countries in the world, with the highest number of poverty, multifaceted poverty people in the whole world, multidimensional poverty in the whole world. We have all the bad records you can come to think of. And yet our political leaders don't care. I don't know how they still manage to get, all these loans that they get. We are here trying to applaud him for paying back some of the loans, and then he's taking another huge amount of loans again. I'm going to read something that was shared on Twitter by somebody called Tope Fasua. Repeating same things, that inflation is at all-time high when it's actually coming down. So according to the Tinubu government, this is how they are calling themselves after 2 years in power. They believe inflation is coming down. Inflation is still in the excess of 23%. twisting the fact that petroleum prices are actually coming down. So to them, petrol that is still selling as at 750 naira to a liter is now coming down. Ignoring the fact that a lot of money is going to the states. You're giving more money to the states. Quite all right. Let's just say you are giving more money to the states. But the states are saying that the spending power has gone less, or the contract has gone up. So if you had a contract that you could do with 25 million, now it is probably 50 or 100 million because of inflation. So the more money you are giving, you're reducing their spending power. Why can we not be told that what can be done at that level? It cannot be all about bad news, my friend. Tinubu couldn't have hit the ground just to distribute money except he prints money. This man has cleared 30 million naira of ways and means at CBN. That is still APC's mess up. That is still Buhari's mess up. The same Buhari that you supported and said you are going to continue for where he stopped. So can APC fix APC and stop telling Nigerians that they've done anything good? It's like you brought somebody to come and destroy something. You are coming to fix what he destroyed and you want people to clap for you. You are the one that supported him. You are the one that it's your party that brought you to power. Anyway, I'm still going. This is what an APC special advisor to the president on economic affairs, Tope Fasua, was writing on Twitter. And this is also what Daniel Boala, whatever his name is called, was saying on channels as one of the accomplishments of Mr. Tinubu. Let's read on. He has repaid $2 billion of debt to international airlines. Okay, how much of that money is coming from the airlines themselves? We don't know. Now, cleared $7 billion of forward FX transactions that Nigeria was sick with. How has that impacted the dollar? How has that impacted the dollar? The dollar is still 1,500. The pounds is still 2,150 or so. Now, push to local government autonomy. Yes, you push local government autonomy, but the governor still decide who is going to be chairman. A state is all defecting to a particular party, and the governor is saying, if you do not support this particular party or defect with me, you're not going to be in my cabinet. How is that democracy? How is that autonomy? Reform tax space so that the poor will not pay anything. Fair enough. You just signed it into law. Has that been implemented? I can go on and on, all in 2 years, but whoever wants to be blind to them can continue. You see, the worst thing you can do to yourself is to believe or self-believe in something and be adamant to contrary opinions. Because there is no way these people will believe so much that Buhari is doing the right thing for you to tell them otherwise. These things that are selling to the Nigerian public is the same thing they are saying to Mr. President. They are clapping hands for him. They are giving him titles. They are telling him he's doing wonderfully well. And they are coming back to tell us Nigerians that, he's doing excellently well. Now, I asked myself one simple question, and I want every Nigerian to ask themselves this question. Nigeria is not a country. Nigeria is a criminal organization, well orchestrated, well run by the cabals. And when you see the political people that fall out with these cabals come online or come on social or come on national TV, like Ali Ndume was yesterday speaking to Shehu, saying some things about appointments that Tinubu has now appointed 24 people from the north, and that makes him happy, blah blah blah. But then he was saying other things as well, about economy, about security that still need fixing. Fair enough, he's speaking truth to power, right? But even like their refiers and all the rest, they all speak the truth when they are not there. Once they are there, they will start protecting the same person or the same people, like Daniel Boala. With everything Daniel Boala said, when the gentleman from China was asked him and said, what of the budget pardon? Why did the president sign it into law? He said that he cannot speak for the president, that it's people that are putting the pardon there, are putting the street lights and what have you. This thing came to light with last year's budget. Nothing happened, yet we have EFCC, we have ICPC, we have SSS, we have DSS, we have police, we have special police, we have judiciary, we have all sorts. Everybody will look away, everybody will turn a blind eye. It's just jokes. And you tell me you want a better Nigeria, and somebody will pad national budget and bring a figure as high as 54 5.99 trillion. So, this is it, guys, yeah? I tried to find out how much have Nigeria budgeted since 1999 that we started democracy, civilian rule in Nigeria. What has been the figure for our national budget? And somebody helped me with this data. Please treat this data with caution. Year 2000, 653 billion. Year 2001, data not specified. Year 2002, data not specified. Year 2003, data not specified. Year 2004, 5.89 trillion in revenue. Year 2005, 5.36 trillion in revenue, 4.66 trillion in expenditure. 2006, data not specified. 2007, data not specified. 2008, data not specified. 2009, data not specified. In 2010, 4.427 trillion. 2011, 4.236 trillion. 2013, 2012, 6.248 trillion. 2013, 5.91 trillion. 2014, 4.695 trillion. 2015, 5.068 trillion. 2016, 6.060 trillion. 2017, 7.441 trillion. 2018, 9.120 trillion. 2019, 8.917 trillion. 2020, 9.974 trillion. 2021, 12.517 trillion. 2022, 17.127 trillion. 2023, data not specified. 2024, 27.5 trillion. 2025, which is our current year, 54.99 trillion. I don't even know the total. I asked the person to tell me the total because if I start pressing this thing and calculate on myself, I will lose the chain of zeros. My goodness. A country that's been budgeting this amount of trillions every year cannot even boast of steady power, cannot even boast of well-tarred roads, cannot even boast of free education, cannot even boast of water, cannot even boast of common, what do you call it, national post office that is functional, cannot even boast of a well-equipped transportation system, cannot even boast of a proper railway system. Somebody posted a video, I think it was Fayoshe's younger brother Isaac. He was showing a video where people were taking the keys that are supposed to lock the railway down to the sleepers. And tomorrow, if a train derails and kills people and wastes government money, people will now start condemning the government. Meanwhile, it is ordinary people doing that. Now, why are ordinary people doing that? Because when you have an infrastructure such as the railway, you are supposed to fence it. In Nigeria, I don't think this is fenced. You are supposed to fence it. In the UK, which I work in the railway industry, every part of the railway mostly are fenced to keep out the public, with clear warning that a fine is applicable when you do what? Trespass. In Nigeria, everything is open. People can access the tracks and they can nick whatever they like. Anyway, back to what I was saying. A country that does not have anything that you can boast of have exhausted the amount of trillions I just read out to you from 2022 to almost 25 years. With the years they didn't even specify how much they budgeted. Everybody have been stealing without getting satisfied. And you claim you guys are patriotic, you want to, and you are answering senators and you want to be like American senators? All of you are just a bunch of common thieves protected by the institution that you're supposed to use to fight crimes. Our police are corrupt, army corrupt, everybody corrupt, and you guys are claiming you have a country. It's just a criminal organization. Go and calculate the total amount of budget in trillions that have been spent on Nigeria with nothing to show for it. It's a shame you guys don't have a country. If you have any way of choosing another country to be a citizen of, you better go and do that and save your family and generation.